When you're ready, bud.
So I decided, my name is Andrey Kostenko, and I decided to do a project on how real can virtual reality get, because virtual reality is basically our future, and I'm interested in becoming a programmer, and this will be need to be programmed. This is basically a summary of what my research I did and what's going to be on what pages. As you can see, it's I just will describe now introduction method and go on my research. In this presentation, I'll talk about which level virtual reality is right now and how far will it get in later life. We at the moment are quite far in virtual reality, and there's not too much room for improvement. However, it could be done. To find what could be improved in virtual reality, I usually use Wikipedia as my source of information. However, as anyone could write on Wikipedia, the information could be incorrect, so I checked with my parents as well, as my dad is a programmer, so he could know something about it. At the moment, the main usage of virtual reality is for gaming and simulation. Usually it's used for simulation, to not put too much money because it costs too much, or it could be at risk of other personal die. For example, like piloting simulation or surgery simulation. Virtual reality is computer programs that basically fool your vision and make it look that's something that's 3D when it's in reality 2D. At the moment, not just with virtual reality, but the computers have overcame us by our human limits, and any human can see around 7 megapixels in a small area of focus. However, a machine can produce 8.3 million megapixels at the same area of focus. This technology isn't included of any virtual reality sets, however it will be transferred quite soon. There's 3 ways of making a 3D images. 2 of the ways are made using 3D glasses and 1 using a 3D headset. One of the ways of making a 3D image with 3D glasses is called an active way. It's one picture shown at a time, and they change very fast for each eye. Human can't see the difference, but as it changes really fast, it makes an illusion of a 3D image. Another way of making a 3D image is using a passive way. It's when you have 2 images at the same time, one for each eye, and the eye glasses see which ones I should look at, and makes an image for each eye. And the last one is a 3D headset. It's mostly used in Oculus Rifts and things like that. It has 2 screens separately, one for each eye, and that makes an illusion of a 3D image. As I already said, some of the things could be over human limits. For example, some gases or some actions could kill or injure a human. So that if we simulate that to a human, even if it doesn't really happen to him, it could just mentally damage him or even physically. So that's part of virtual reality that's nearly impossible to recreate. One of the latest improvements to virtual reality is being able to interact by movement with whatever's going on the screen. That's how many simulations are performed right now. For example, a surgeon that is not very highly trained is just moving hands and looking at the screen what's going on without actually doing anything in reality. Before the virtual reality like 3D glasses and 3D headset. Museums use the virtual reality um, in a different way. It would be a painting of a historical event, usually battles, and it would look to you like you stand on a high point and it's everything happening around you. It would look something like this. One of the parts of virtual reality that's been lately improved is sound. Before it was coming on equal amount of each speaker. However, lately, mostly in cinemas, there's been an improvement as uh, wherever part of the screen it looks like will make sound. For example, if there's a person on the left of the screen and he's speaking, then the left speakers will be louder than the right speakers. So that would improve the way things sound. It's not a big change, but it's something. One of the things I looked into is holography. It's basically virtual reality, how it doesn't require 3D and 3D glasses or any 3D headset. There are right now, it's not widely used, but there are some operating systems of holography, mostly used to present some facts that couldn't be transferred but need to be seen in 3D. That's basically what I've done. My conclusion is that we've done a lot of work to become into what we want of virtual reality. However, it's nearly impossible to make the virtual reality we desire, as it's impossible for human to take the virtual reality we want, but it would be possible to improve it in many ways. So if you have any questions.
What's an Oculus Rift?
It's a 3D headset. It has a screen inside it. It's puts on your head, and you have a screen right in front of your eyes. It usually connects to a computer or a console, so you can see whatever going on the screen.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about this stuff, so I found that quite interesting.
Yes, definitely.
From what I picked up, it's all about tricking the human mind.
Yeah.
And tricking the eyes to think that there's a depth there, isn't it? So you said that one of them makes the pictures change a lot. One uses different colours, and the third one, as you said, you got a screen in front of you.
Yeah.
Like you said, you use it for simulation, for different training and stuff. Is there other things we could? Have you got any ideas of what other things we'd use it for in the future? I know at the start you said there's not much more for improvement, but is there anything else we could use it for?
Well, I didn't really look into that, but if I think I can't really came up with anything else. Maybe for like you already have Google Maps, so to go to places that you don't really and make it a better experience.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You also said that your research, most of it was kind of internet-based, Wikipedia.
Yes.
Was your dad the only person kind of doing the quality control for you to decide whether it was a good source or not?
Well,
or what was your role in basically quality control?
Mostly it was my dad. However, my mom was to some virtual museums like I showed before, so she pointed me to that idea and told me about some information on that.
So in the end, who made the decision about which sources to use?
Well, then I did, but they helped me out with what should I use and what should have been better.
Okay. So your parents were basically very good resources for you to use then?
Yes.
Okay. Was there any written literature then on this? And would the written literature be able to keep up with the technological advances? Do you understand?
Well, I don't think it would be able to keep up and will be quickly forgot, but I don't think there. Well, there probably are, but I haven't found any literatures written about this.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Any questions? No? Thank you very much.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.